Hi, I'm James Lott Jr., the super organizer, and I'm doing another video. It's kind of like this is like something I'm creating, this kind of super organizer man in the industry series. I did a video before. If you've seen that one, I don't know. By the time I've done this video, I've done one video, and that one was just like my life as a man in the mostly female-oriented industry of professional organizing. And you can watch that on my JLJ Media YouTube channel. But this one is a little more, it's more opinion-based, and so I have to make sure I say a disclaimer on this one that I didn't say in the last one. I'm not the voice of male organizers. I don't speak for all male organizers. I'm not the voice of male organizers in America. I am talking just from my experience and from what I've seen and how I feel. I'm doing these videos because I've been getting seriously bombarded with so many questions, people want to know my opinions on various issues in terms of being a man in the industry. So I'm going to just continue doing these, and if you have any other questions, send them to me. I have no problem answering them. Just again, from my perspective, 10 years in the business, and I've been a man for 50 years, so there you go. Okay, I wrote some of this down because, I got so many different things. Okay, one, I think the major thing that I've been getting questions about are how I feel about the language used in some of these professionalizing groups, podcasts, blogs, TV shows. For me, personally, I don't have a problem with language. I love language, first of all. I don't have a problem with language, and I should go back. It's mainly, the question is, most of the time, things are directed and addressed to women in the industry and not to the men. I guess that's the debate. That's been a very big controversy in some circles. I've seen fights over it. And in many ways, I've seen people actually, a lot of the women in the industry go, I totally get it, I understand. So the number one thing is, okay, so you do a post, or you do a blog, or you're in one of the Facebook groups, and there are men and women in the group, and you know that. The question is, how do you address the group? If the post is specifically for female, and it's a female-oriented topic or question, I have no problem with saying, hey ladies, I have this question. Or this is for the ladies, I have this question. I have no problem with that at all, whatsoever. Now, I don't have a problem, but the problem that comes up sometimes where the post is not gender specific, and it's still, hey ladies, hey women, whatever, hey girls, whatever, hey gals, whatever the usage of the word is, that's where I've seen people get upset. And it's more about the gender thing happening. And it's funny because I remember one Facebook group, I won't say which one, but there was one where a guy brought it up. Now I agree, the gentleman, the way he brought it up was a little combative. But this is his way and how he wanted to present it. But I feel like there still was a message in there. And I watched a lot of the comments come down first. And many of them were just like, oh, I get it. There are men in the group. We should probably be more, cautious with our language, how we address people. Then there were those, and there were women who said, well, now you know how it feels. Women have to do this all the time. That's where I had a problem. And I remember I then joined in, and I felt I said some stuff that was very, I'm not a combative person. If you guys, a lot of you guys who know me out there know I'm not a combative person. But I choose my words very carefully, and I was just being really just like trying to be nice about it, saying, but I get that sometimes, a lot of times it is habit. I understand a lot of times there's no malicious intent behind it. I'll give you an example before I even get to that. I'll give you an example. I used to always say, hey guys. If you're from certain parts of the U.S., you understand why we say, hey guys. It means everybody. We've said it for years. I got schooled on that right before I sat down for an interview with a big-time daytime actress. I said to her and her leading man, okay guys, come on over. And I said it twice. And she corrected me and said, I'm not a guy, James, I'm a lady. And at first, I will admit, I was like, excuse me? But then I thought about it, I was like, oh, I'm not going to diminish her feelings about that. She isn't a guy. And you're right, it's just, I had no malicious intent behind it, and I explained, I apologized to her and let her know. I'm so used to saying that, now I don't say it anymore. I've stopped saying, hey, you guys. That's just guys there. But for the most part, I stopped. Because I get it. Hey, everyone. I say, hey, peeps. Hey, folks. Again, certain parts of the country, it's interesting when I say that. But it taught me something. Number one, I'm not going to diminish somebody else's feelings. People should be called what they want to be called. That's just number one. But number two, it's just a habit. And us in the organizing industry know about habits. And we know that sometimes you just have to come out of it. And so I've been practicing. I've slipped a few times, and that's life. And you slip sometimes. But I've consciously made an effort to not say, hey, you guys, when it's mixed company for anything. And I had a teachable moment, I had a learning moment. Because I want to be an example that I can be inclusive. And that leads to my next thing. So I'll go back to that discussion online. And I went in, and that's what I said, we should be more inclusive. We should, as organizers, because our profession is genderless, the work that we do has no gender. We help everyone, anybody could do it. Why don't we be the example for other industries that are disparaging against one gender over another, or treat one gender over another in their language? Why we should be the example. That we don't see gender that heavily, that we are about, everybody's in this together, we're talking to everyone, we want to hear from everybody, and everybody feels included. I got attacked by a few people. A lot of people liked what I was saying, but I got attacked by a few people. But I just think you guys are being babies and blah, blah, blah. And just that's not the point. Two wrongs to make a right, right? But number two, I was like, I'm a black man. I know what it feels like to be discriminated against in language. I don't need to be a woman to know that. There are a lot of groups of people who know what it feels like to be discriminated against in language. So, though the female experience is different than the male, I have male privilege, I know that. So that's a different experience. I'm a black man, so I have my own things I have to deal with. So I can relate to you in some ways when it comes to language and inclusiveness. And that's what I said. And that person didn't say anything after that, but a lot of folks clapped on that for me. And I was like, but that's the point. All these wrongs don't make, why do I make somebody feel bad because you felt bad, or treat somebody a certain way because you were treated that way? That's ridiculous. And I think that's childish and that's ridiculous. And I'm saying that, and you can be mad at me or whatever, that's fine. But I just feel like we are such an elevated industry, and these wonderful women have been running this industry for the longest time. Now men are coming in, and let's not even forget, now there are also people who consider themselves other genders, and there's other things going on that even I'm still learning about, and uses of pronouns and what they want to be called. This almost, when you kind of take out the ladies or the guys or whatever, it kind of makes everything smoother without any issue. So that anybody who sees your post or sees your blog or sees your TV show, then it's like, oh, okay. It's like, there you are. I don't know something else down to you. I got that. Yes. So again, for me, I guess my stance is, if you're talking just to people in general, and why not would you want to get everybody you can for your business, or get eyes on your video or your podcast, I feel the hey ladies, hey women should be dropped. But if you're being specific to a specific gender, even if you're like, is this for the guys? Hey guys, let people know that. If your business is geared towards female professionals and female this and moms, totally get that. And most times you can see that many things when you go, I work with moms, so you talk, hey moms, it totally makes sense. That totally makes sense. But I just feel like some of the anger that I've seen and the dismissiveness from some of the women in our industry towards the men, I think is wrong. I stand by that 1,000%. We have some great men in this industry who are doing great things, and just why not? Let's just work on language. We should work on our language. And I guess that's the main thing of this. Let's work on our language and how we talk to each other. And I guess that's it. I'm James Lott Jr., Super Organizer everywhere on social media platforms and superorganizeruniverse.com. And again, I love this industry. I love it so much. And I will talk to you next time.